Hello, 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 and welcome to Reflect Craft. You join me at this spot here. Some of you guys may recognize this as the spot where I got chased to in that almost death in the previous episode. And the reason I'm here today is to build an agricultural district. Like, I want to build a bunch of fields of crops for beginning game food because I'm running really low on food right now. I've just been running around with a flint and steel, burning any animal that comes in my sight, and that's not sustainable, is it? So I need to grab wheat and stuff, and I'll explain the build I'm going for now. I'm gonna build fields of crops, but I'm gonna keep the shape of the land to make it look a bit prettier. I'm also gonna put some decorations inside of the field themselves. And I want to build like an apple orchard, so in the mod packs I use, which I got a question about in the last episode, I have a resource pack from Vanilla Tweaks and data packs from Vanilla Tweaks, and one of those data packs is invisible item frames, and there's an item frame invisible command that I want to try out, putting like items in item frames as decoration, so I can build an apple orchard on top of it. So it wouldn't even be functional nor for farms, but making like custom apple trees in this agricultural district would be nice, I feel. But also, yeah, I'm probably gonna need 2 iron hoes because I want to build gigantic fields. Like, this area needs to be mostly fields, an apple orchard, and a windmill. I'll probably show a little montage of me going out, and I'll try and find the crops that we need for the fields in a village. And while I'm out there, I might as well get some villages as well, right? Hey, is this what I think it is? See, I've started recording. Yep, I see the roofs. It is a village. Got some villages here. Is this a nitwit? That's a nitwit, isn't it? We need to find an actual villager and try and bring him back. So I've ran all the way over here. I ran from this direction, I believe. I believe spawn is over here. If you're wondering how I can see this far, by the way, I got this mod called Invidium and Bobby. They allow me to see extremely far distances, as you can see. Like, that's spawn over there. Like, you know, when we started the episode, you can literally see that far. This is not a short distance. But yeah, these mods are insane. Anywho, this is lots of hay, which will be useful. Oh, hoes are mine hay bales faster, I guess. Learn something new every day. And we need to grab the villages. Is that a sheep in a house? What am I witnessing here? Don't mind me. Flying on your path, I guess. What are you two doing? Have I walked in on something intimate? I don't remember how annoying villages were. Let me try and get one into a boat. That'll be our first objective, won't it? I think you're looking like a prime candidate for boatage. So get in the boat, thank you. And we'll scoot you out of the way of the other villagers so they don't go getting into the boat. But at the same time, we can't fall into one of these holes because that would be the biggest problem that we could encounter here. What crop is this? Carrots! Okay, we need carrots. Don't mind me, bud. Think about carrots. Get in the damn boat, thank you. Potatoes, wheat. We're only missing beetroot now, right? That is beetroot. Yeah, I think that's all the crops, unless I'm missing one. And we'll put these two together. I'm gonna build like a box around them. They should be safe in there. For the time being. Oh god, I left all my boats with the villages, didn't I? Make another one. I also left my crafting bench like an idiot as usual. Just being a menace to society. Like, if I was on a multiplayer server, I'd be such a menace leaving crafting benches everywhere. The type of person I am. And very forgetful, especially when recording like this. It would just be a double whammy, you know? No, don't forget your crafting table, thank you. I was wondering what that was then. There's tropical fish in the water, wasn't it? We take one with us. Yeah, let's take a pet fish. We have the water bucket, after all, for our crops. Let's just take home a tropical fish. Like, what color are you thinking? I like these blue ones. Give me one. Tactical fishing, let's go. But yeah, here we have our mangrove wood. We're missing cherry jungle wood and this bamboo wood now, isn't there? Ooh, lily pads. I'm severely under inventory here. And a boat with chests wouldn't help because there's land between us and our base. So we need to decide what we do and don't want in our inventory, but that sounds like a later me problem, to be honest. Yeah, how do we tell which property girls are fully grown? I've not done this before. I don't see any property girls. Oh, there's one. Is that fully grown? It better be. How do I get up here? Before I head back to spawn, I want to check something out of curiosity. Like, how far does Bobby and Invidium go? Like, I wonder if I could see spawn from here. Like, we could see spawn from the village, which is way back here, as you can see. Like, the village is there, but can we see spawn? Oh, there's a ruined portal over there. That's kind of spoilers, isn't it? But yeah, we can see spawn. What the hell? Like, this ring here is based on my view distance. This Bobby and Invidium mod is crazy. Look at it. From the mangrove biome, my mineshaft is like visible if you were to just look in a straight line. You join me back at spawn where I have stored all of my stuff I got from travel. And yeah, I'm gonna like cross-plant it up now, but we need to cover the entire area, so I'm sure you guys are waiting for this, but I guess it's time-lapse time. Okay, so you joined me post time-lapse. That time-lapse was 6 hours of footage, by the way. It was sped up by 500 and something times because the replay mod allows you to speed up to 8 times, and then I sped that up again then by 35 times in the editing software, so that was a lot of time and effort just for these rolling fields here, but I feel like it was worth it. Look at how satisfying it looked. But yeah, if you think that effort is worth it as well, then hopefully that I've convinced you to like and subscribe this video, but we're not done yet, because I promised an apple orchard, didn't I? So I'm gonna go through building one of these apple orchard trees, because I'm sure you're sick of time-lapses by now. I'm not gonna time-lapse this. I'm gonna go through the process of building an apple tree. Yeah, we have like this, well, I have this item frame invisible mod, and that means I can put like apples in the tree. But first things first, I want to try out the technique I saw. So always save your leaves, by the way, they're very good decorative blocks. But I'm gonna delete the under canopy of this tree here. And I'm gonna try putting in darker leaves. So, look at that. Does that look good, guys? Like I saw on from Pearlescent Moon on Hermitcraft, putting darker leaves at the bottom of a tree to emulate the shade. Maybe I should be using dark oak leaves. Yeah, scratch this. I'm gonna grab some dark oak leaves and see if it's better or worse. I'll return with you in a bit. So you join me again, which is like 1 second for you guys. And look at this. Can you tell which one of these is dark oak and which one of these is oak? They're the same leaf, aren't they? Like, I'm trying to discern a difference, but there's no difference between dark oak and normal leaves, but they hold a different name, as you can see in the inventory. Anyways, besides that distraction, I found the leaf that I wanted. So birch leaves, the leaf that eases the transition. Doesn't that look really good? Like spruce leaves were too jarring, but yeah, they're called spruce leaves. So the birch leaves are the right level of transition. So yeah, so the underside leaves I want to simulate the shade, and the top leaves I want to simulate the sunlight. So before we go replacing all the leaves, let's check how bright acacia is. Acacia and oak, side by side. They're the same leaf again. There's no way, right? I thought acacia was lighter. Well, I'm gonna have to find a different leaf again, aren't I? This is very awkward. Okay, so it seems the solution to my problem was mangrove leaves. Though mangrove leaves are darker than oak leaves, I didn't realize oak leaves were so bright. But yeah, so we go birch, transition to mangrove, transition to oak. So let's get some dirt scaffolding here. And I'll show you the vision I have. So we leave the top oak. With these bushy leaves, data pack, it's hard to tell what I'm hitting out of these leaves, but it does look good, doesn't it? We'll leave the top oak, so only the top is being left. Oh yeah, I should use... I'm forgetful. Yeah, as you can see, only the top layer is oak now, and we're creating a custom tree by using... Let's probably apply mangrove on the hotbar there. Mangrove. It's like, to my eyes, this mangrove looks darker. The mangrove leaves look darker to the oak. We're not skimping out on any resources either. Don't leave any hollow areas. We do this right. Now how does that look? Free canvas. Very subtle, isn't it? But do you see what I'm going for? Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm going to go through that on all of the trees. Now, let's show the item frame stuff. So we'll put apples only, like I know it looks bad now, but trust in the process, only on this layer. So there's a command called item frame visible from type from the resource pack. I mean, it's kind of covered a little by the bushy leaves mod, but yeah, we could even put some on the floor, you know? Like, one here. Here. And we go. We put them in different rotations and stuff as well. Okay, so I finished the orchard now. This took 2 hours, and it wasn't like the item frame placement that was the problem. It was getting the item frames themselves. Like, look how many cows I have now. So at this point in the game, I don't have looting, and they were only dropping like 1 to 2 leather. It wasn't guaranteeing the high rolls. And look at the item frame crafting recipe now. Like I went through so much of my wood reserves. Look, a single leather makes a single item frame. Alongside 8 sticks. 8 sticks is a lot of sticks for a single item frame. And look at how many, like every single one of these apples you see here is an item frame that's been made invisible. But yeah, let's have a good look around. Like, I think this looks really good. Like, it's very subtle, the transition in the trees. But yeah, every tree has been done. Like, I particularly like these trees here. I wish I could have more of these trees, but the amount of times I planted and replanted trees to try and get the good trees, and there were some trees that are just not wanting to be one of these trees, you know? So in the end, I just gave up on it. I even chopped down some trees rid of the previous clip to save myself some time. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't time-lapse that, because it would have just been, a lot of my time would have just been me here killing cows and breeding cows. It's like I would like finish a tree and then I'd run off, breeding, kill the cows, and then come back again. That's what the time-lapse would have looked like. But anywho, I got the apple orchard done, so that'll be it for this episode. Thank you to anyone who has watched this far. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And bye-bye.